everybody, I am Charity Ellison, Triple Diamond with It Works Global, and I am here today for Millionaire School to kind of walk you through a couple things that I know that people have a hard time with this business. It's stuff that roadblocks I've hit before, and I've had people pass this information down to me, and so now I'm sharing it with you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time out on this Saturday morning. It's not very beautiful and sunny here, but hopefully it is wherever you are at. And we're going to get started. So the topic today, for all of you out there, is going to be blitzing and closing the sale. Now, we might have a few people on this stream that maybe aren't with It Works, maybe they're with a different company and they just randomly stumbled across this. So what we call blitzing with It Works Global is basically advertising. There's a lot of different ways we blitz, and we'll go into that. So when you hear me refer to the word blitz, it just basically means advertisement. It may be called something different in whatever business you're in, but that's what we call it with It Works. So thanks again, you guys, for taking the time out, and I hope that you find this information useful. So the first thing I want you guys to do before we even get started today is I want you to grab a pen and a notepad, because there might be some notes that you want to jot down. There's going to be some great information here for you today. And also what I want you to do with that notepad is I want you to write down your why you are doing the business that you're doing right now, why you started the business, why you started, with It Works or whatever it is that you're doing, what gets you up in the morning. What is it your family? Is it changing the legacy of your family? Is it getting out of a job or making more money? And what kind of money is it that you want to make, and why is it that you want to make it? Is it because you never get to go and do anything fun and you want to do some recreational stuff? Or maybe it's just that you want to simply be able to buy some new stuff. Maybe you want to buy a new car. Maybe you want to pay for your son or daughter's graduation. Maybe you want to go to Disneyland. It could be anything in the world that you want, but I want to give you just a second to write down your why, and I'm actually going to do this with you guys here. So my why for joining this business is the same as a lot of people, and my main why was this right here. And it was the freedom of time. So before we did this business, we both worked crazy, insane hours. And I just kind of felt like a slave to the system. I wasn't happy with my job. I wanted a change. I wanted a new career. And writing that down and knowing that, and knowing specifically why I wanted out of it, and really boiled down to the freedom of time, that's what got me up in the morning. And we're going to be referring back to that why a few times, so I want to make sure you guys write that down. So hopefully you have that written down. So we're going to get started with blitzing. So what is blitzing? Well, blitzing is basically advertising, and there's quite a few different ways that you can blitz. So the first one, which most people in It Works would think of, would be using a blitz card, using some sort of form of advertisement, using, a blitz card is basically like a coupon, and utilizing that blitz card and all the information that's on it for you to grow your business. So a couple different ways you can blitz. It'd be in person, either with a blitz card, maybe utilizing a product catalog. We've got product catalogs as well. Maybe it's wearing a lanyard, which is a blitz card around your neck to advertise, but using some sort of tangible form of something to pass out. Secondly would be a phone call. So calling up an old buddy and saying, hey, I just started this crazy wrap business. I'd love for you to join me. Maybe it's sending out a text message. Hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Hey, I was thinking about you and I just started this new business I'm so excited about. Can I share it with you? Or blitzing can also be social media. So that would be Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever it is that you're using. That would also be a blitz because you're advertising, right? So the goal with any blitz, there really are 4 different goals that I always think of when I go into blitzing someone or talking to someone, maybe that I haven't talked to before about the business. Maybe it's a stranger, or maybe it's someone I haven't talked to for a long time in my contacts or Facebook. So there's really 4 goals that I always think of. And the first goal is, my goal is to answer questions. My goal isn't to chat somebody's ear off and go on and on and on. My goal really is to listen, be thoughtful, and answer the questions that they have. Number 2 would be only to answer what they've asked. Oh man, this is the hardest one, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So you hand someone a coupon and you're like, oh, have you tried this? Here's my business card or whatever. And they stop and they look 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 at it, and you want to say something so bad. Don't say anything. Don't say a word. You gotta let them look at the card, ask questions, and digest. We call that the pregnant pause. And a lot of times it can go on for like 30 seconds, which, let's face it, feels like 3 hours. But when you hand someone a blitz card, which is a coupon, and they look at it and you start answering questions that they haven't even asked. Oh, this is how much it is, and this is where you can get it, and this is how you can get it for free, and this and this and this, and you go over all of these things with them. It's too much information, right? It's like overload. Maybe they didn't care where you could put it. Maybe they didn't care how much it costs. Maybe they didn't care that it was natural, or maybe they didn't care that they can only get it through a distributor, all the things that are on the card. Maybe what's going to catch their eye is hosting a party for free. So if you go on and on and on about everything else, and all they wanted to know about was hosting the party for free, you're going to lose them. People's attention spans for new things is about 9 seconds, which is nothing. So if you take that 9 seconds and you fill it full of information that they don't really care about, then what's going to happen is they're going to turn you off like a switch. And you're not going to get as far as you would if you were being thoughtful and listening and answering only what they ask. To offer what you have to them detached from the income. Now, this can be kind of a tricky one, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about. So you just started as a distributor. You're so excited. You had crazy wrap results. You were over the moon excited about your product, and you go out and you blitz your first person and you talk to them, and they say, yeah, I'm just not really interested. And it feels like a knife through the heart. It feels like they're dejecting you. It feels like they're like they don't want to do the product because of you. That's not the case. So when you go into a blitz or you go in to talk to somebody, I want you to think of yourself as a store. So you are Target. Your lights are open, your open sign's on, you got popcorn at the front, ready, popped, fresh. You got your greeters, everything, the stage is set. Now, if someone walks past the Target and doesn't come in, Target doesn't cry and take it personally. If the person comes in, looks around Target and doesn't really find what they want and they leave, Target doesn't chase them down going, no, why did you not want me? Why am I not good enough? Didn't you want something that was in here? Okay, so you have 2 choices. You can either take it personally and make it about you, or you can just make it that what you had to offer is not something that they're interested in right now. So when you detach yourself from the income of them becoming a customer or buying a wrap or becoming a distributor or LC, loyal customer, and you just focus on, listening, asking questions, answering questions, and creating that trust and dialogue, and detach yourself from whether or not they become a customer or purchase anything, you will not give off that air of desperation, the air of fear, the air of all of that stuff. And so by doing it this way and just saying, I am a storefront, my lights are open, some people are going to come in and buy stuff from me and some people aren't. I'm okay with that. When you can do that, it's really going to help. And then last but not least is to operate from their need and not your greed. So I get it. You want to make 25 bucks. You want to sell the wrap because it feels good. You want to enroll them as a customer. You want to get product credit. You want to build your team. You want to get all of this stuff because it helps you, right? Which I totally get. You know, we all need those things in this business to survive. The problem is when you operate and make it about you and you don't make it about the person and you don't find a product that really speaks to them or really answer all of their questions without overindulging, without over-promising and under-delivery, and doing all the things that are really business killers, and really operate from what does that person need? What are they feeling? You know, what have you found that will help them? Coming to the level, oh man, I totally know what you mean about those stretch marks. I got them too with my son and I know how hard it is. That must be really hard for you. Is that something you're looking at wanting to get rid of? You know, focusing that way instead of just saying, buy the stretch mark cream for $39. It's amazing. It'll change your life. You know, that's not thoughtful. You're not operating from what they need. You're not coming to them. You're expecting them to come to you. So those are the goals when I go into a blitz with anything. I try to keep those things in mind and be as thoughtful as I can. Dorothy, hello. The third goal was to offer what we have to detach from the outcome. So I'll read those goals over again. So goal number 1 is to answer questions. Goal number 2 is to answer only what is asked and give the pregnant pause. Goal number 3 is to offer what we have detached from the outcome. You're a store. And number 4 is to operate from their need and not your greed. So those are my goals when I go into a blitz. Then there is the possible approaches. So there's a couple different ways that you're going to blitz. The first way that I like to blitz, which is really the one is my go-to, is what's called the compliment blitz. So let's say that I'm at a restaurant and a waitress comes over and the first thing they say is, you know, hey, how's it going today? I say, fantastic, how's it going with you? And they say, oh, pretty good. I'll say, first things first, I need to know, where did you get those earrings? Those are amazing. Those totally match an outfit I have for my business and I would love to get them. Like, where'd you get those at? So you did 2 things. First of all, you dropped something about your business, a hint. And second of all, you've complimented. Have you ever noticed when you compliment someone, all of a sudden they relax a little bit? Like their demeanor goes kind of from like, you know, closed up to, oh, you know, you're friendly. You are an actual real person. So find something you like about them. It could be their hair. It could be something they're wearing. It could be something that they said, something that's in their grocery cart. It could be their car, a bumper sticker, their purse, the design on their debit card, their phone case. It can be anything. Find something that you actually like, that you find interesting. People can smell when you're being unauthentic. So if I see someone with a belt that I wouldn't necessarily like and I don't really like it, I'm not gonna be like, hey girl, awesome belt, where'd you get it? I'm gonna find something else on her that I like. You know, as human beings, we're all so unique and amazing and beautiful. There is something that you can find on each person or around each person to compliment them on. So I try to always lead with a compliment. It could be something so simple as, I love how you did your ponytail. It doesn't matter what it is, just something that you like. Second way is the connection. So finding something about them that connects with you. For instance, if you're at the grocery store and there's a woman in front of you with a little girl, let's say she's 2 years old, I would say, oh my gosh, your little girl is so cute. How old is she? Oh, she's, you know, she just turned 2. I'm like, oh my gosh, my niece is about to turn 2 and I miss her so bad. They just moved to Vermont and it broke my heart. And the woman's going to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to say that is such a cute age. What is your favorite thing about her right now? And the mom's like, oh, I really like how she's starting to respond to questions. It's so amazing and it's so this and that. And you're kind of building a little bit of a connection. At some point in there, you are going to be able to say, well, you know what, Mama? I'm going to give you a present today. Here's a coupon. Hand her a Blitz card. Or if you're wearing your lanyard, like we are always wearing our lanyards, eventually she's going to say, so what's this thing that's around your neck? Or you're wearing, you know, your It Works shirt. And they say, what's It Works? Or, oh, is that body wrap thing? And then you're able to, you know, start that dialogue. You could connect to them just by like, oh my gosh, can you believe this crazy rainy weather we've been having? You're standing in the post office line. You know, you're at the post office. There's 8 people behind you. You're bored out of your mind. You can either sit there and play on your phone and crush candies, or you can crush this business and start talking to people in line next to you. You know, oh my gosh, that's a huge package you're mailing. I hope it doesn't cost you a fortune to send that. I just mailed some prizes out for a contest I did with my team, and it was so expensive. They're going to be like, contest with your team, what do? You can find a creative way to implement that in. And you know what, you guys, practice with people that are at your house. Practice with your friends. Practice with people that know you and love you and trust you. You can call them up and say, hey, I got to practice this blitzing thing. I watched this video of this crazy girl this morning, but I need to practice this now. And they're going to say, sure, I'd love to. And hey, who knows, they might want to become a customer or distributor. And then the third approach, so we've got the compliment, the connection, and the third approach is the straight up cold blitz. So you're wearing your lanyard and someone just says to you, hey, what's that thing around your neck? Or did you just go to a meeting? Or did you go to an event? Or what's this rat-free thing? Or whatever it is that on your lanyard. Or maybe you're wearing an It Works shirt and someone says, what's the It Works thing? Or you're wearing a lot of green and people are like, oh my gosh, what's with all of the green? It's not St. Patrick's Day. And you say, oh, it matches my business. Or just simply saying and texting out to somebody, hey girl, how's it going? We haven't talked in a while. Hey, I had a question for you. Have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Like, and just that super cold approach. Now, I tend to find that you get more flies with honey than vinegar. So for me, I don't do a lot of the cold blitzes. I will every once in a while. In fact, we've got a girl on our team, Sheree, that I enrolled because of a cold blitz. But I tend to find that I get more out of the compliment or creating a connection. Last but not least, let's say that you're sitting in line and you can't think of anything to say because you're totally shy and you're not really sure what to say. You're really nervous and that blitz card's in your purse and you want to give it to them so bad, but you're so crazy and you're so nervous. There is nothing wrong with just bringing that out and be like, hey, can I give you a coupon? How many times have people asked you to give you a coupon and you haven't taken it? I love free 99. I'm a bargain shopper. So if someone offers me a coupon, I'm going to take it. You know, it's like that momentum thing. It's really hard to blitz the first person, but once you blitz one person and then another person and then another person, you start gaining that momentum and it gets easier. It's kind of like riding a bike. You never forget how to do it, but the more time that goes in between, the more wobbly you're going to be. Now, if you practice riding your bike every single day, think about how amazing you would get. So those are the possible approaches. Now, the outcomes of those approaches are going to be, I kind of narrowed it down to basically kind of 4 different things that are going to happen. So we're going to say best case scenario, the blitz went awesome. The person was totally interested in what you had to offer and you sold a wrap on the spot. Always offer to wrap them. I'm going to repeat this. Always offer to wrap them. Even if they're busy, you're busy. It takes 45 seconds to put a wrap on someone. I can take a picture, I can pop on a wrap, take an after picture, and get their contact information in 45 seconds. Now, you just got started. It might take you a little bit longer. That's okay. I've wrapped thousands of bellies, and so I've gotten quicker at it. But always offer to wrap them on the spot. Now, if you can't wrap them on the spot, that's okay. Say, would you like me to come over and wrap you, or is this something that you prefer to do on your own? Because otherwise, what happens a lot of times is they purchase that wrap from you and it sits in a purse for months and months and months and months. And you message them, hey girl, have you wrapped yet? Hey, have you wrapped yet? Hey, can't wait for your results. So excited, over and over and over and over. Oh yeah, that's still sitting in my purse, you know, or it's been baking in the car for 6 months. So always offer to go and wrap them. Now, if they're not interested, that's fine. Some people are just going to purchase a wrap and take it home. Make sure you are following up with them. And last but not least, when you sell a wrap on the spot, you must get their contact information. If you do not get their contact information, they are not going to call you. I'm going to sit with that for a second. If you sell a wrap to someone and you don't get their contact information, they are not going to call you. They're going to go home. They're going to not do before and after pictures. They're going to say, I don't really see a difference. And they're not going to call you. And then they're going to say, those crazy wraps don't work, which we all know they work. But they didn't do pictures. They didn't do pictures for 3 days. You didn't stay connected with them. So if I sell a wrap on the spot, that person immediately goes on my phone. And then I stick them in my calendar to connect with them the next day. And then I connect with them a few days later, and then a week, 2 weeks, so on and so forth until they become a customer. But I am really, really good about following up with those people. Why? Because I want them to become a loyal customer or a distributor. So that would be, you know, something that could happen and sell a wrap on the spot. Number 2 is to book a party. So someone saw that I want to wrap for free and they say, well, I could totally get some friends together. Don't say, okay, well, let's connect with each other next week and we'll see what date works. Heck no, I whip out my calendar and I say, I've got Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, or Saturday afternoon. Which one of those works best for you and your friends? And if they say, I'm not sure, I got to get back to you, I'll say, well, if you had to pick one, let me at least attempt to hold the spot for you. Oh, okay, we'll pick Thursday. Fantastic. I'm going to call you tomorrow. Why don't you talk to a few friends tonight? I'll give you a jingle tomorrow and we'll see if Thursday works for you. If it doesn't, we can bump it to that Saturday. But man, these spots totally fill up. Sense of urgency, hint, hint. These spots totally fill up. So I want to make sure that I get you in here. Think about going to a hair salon. So when you call up a hair salon and they say, oh my gosh, she is so booked out for like 2 weeks, you're not even gonna be able to get in. You're like, put me on a cancellation list. I will come in whatever. I want to be there. She's obviously good because she's totally booked. Here's a little secret, because I did hair for 15 years. Most stylists will tell you that they're booked and they're not. They do that because it's a little trick that we do to create that sense of urgency. So make sure that you are creating that sense of urgency with your business because you're busy and you're awesome and you're a rap star and you're totally going to kill it to be at the top of this company. So you better start acting like it. Or you're going to set up a coffee date. So if someone says, well, I don't really have time now. So you know what? Why don't let me take you out to coffee. Cup of coffee costs what? $1.10. Let me take you out to a cup of coffee. We'll kind of go through wrapping. We can wrap you there if we want to. I have wrapped so many people in Starbucks and Panera Bread. I don't even know. Like, I swear the bathrooms smell like eucalyptus forever now. So I will book a coffee date. Now, when we get there, you may not even have to buy them a cup of coffee because you're going to offer to wrap them. And you can say, you know what, let me just buy you a water bottle instead. It's going to give you an opportunity to sit with them. Maybe you go through your catalog, find some things they're interested in, or you simply meet up for 15 minutes, pop a wrap on, show them the little customer program, have them send you their before and after pictures later, but set up a little appointment with them, whether it's at their house, coffee shop, or whatever. Let's see. The third thing that may happen is you set up a phone call. So somebody says, oh, you know what? I don't have time to talk about this now. And you say, you know what? That's totally cool. Here's my phone. Go ahead and put your number in here. So what I do is I literally hand my phone to the person and I say, pop your information in here. And then I look away. And the reason I do that is because they're going to be with the phone. You're looking away and they're like, okay, well, I better put my number in. It's this weird compulsion that they have. If you sit there and stare at them while they put their number in, it makes them nervous. They can even write the number wrong. So I usually be like, oh, here, just go ahead and put your number in here. And then I'll just like pretend really quick like I'm looking at something. And or, you know, you can tend to your kid or pick up your purse or grab your keys out or pop your sunglasses on or whatever. Have them put their phone number in there and then say, you know what, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. Would tomorrow afternoon work? No, tomorrow afternoon doesn't work for you. What day works best for you? So set up that phone call. That phone call should not last any longer, at the maximum 15 minutes, because your time is valuable and so is theirs. So when you call them back, really you should be able to kind of hammer out the conversation in 5 minutes. Either you're going to set up a wrap appointment, you're going to book a party, sign them as a loyal customer or distributor, or maybe they're just going to need more exposures and time, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Tips. So when you are calling these people back and you're putting them on your Facebook and you're starting to connect with them, I want you guys to make sure that you are you. So the worst thing you can do is go into salesman mode. When I first started this business, the very first salon that I ever went into to Blitz, I wore a business suit, which is totally not me. I gave them packets of information. I was like, you'll be able to close down the salon and retire, because that was my goal. So I projected that on them because I was operating from my greed and not their need. So when you walk in or you talk to someone, I want you to just remember that these are people too. They're nervous to talk to you as well because they're not really sure what to say, but you're not a salesman. You are a friend, a coworker. You're a new friend. You're a sister. You're their cousin, long lost friend, long lost love, business associate, an old college buddy, your kids' friends, parents, or someone that you met that's going to turn into a friend. Because remember, strangers are just strangers until they become friends, right? Everyone's got to start as a stranger originally. So when you make that connection, ask them how they're doing, ask them about them, get them talking, build that rapport, which we're going to talk about in a second because that's so important. When they ask you, when you call them and you say, oh, hey, Sarah, we talked the other day about those crazy raps. How are you doing? She's like, pretty good. How are you? I don't want you to say, pretty good. So I wanted to talk to you about rapping. Whoa, we just jumped right into that. I'll say, I am freaking great. I am loving being a hope broker. And they're going to say, what's a hope broker? I'll say, girl, I am fixing the broken, bringing them hope, or something silly. It could be anything you want. Break the ice, ask them about themselves. Don't jump into that sale. We got a question here that says, what if they refuse to give it to you? I have never had anyone not give me their phone number, ever. And I blitz all the time. My goal is to get rid of at least 200 blitz cards a month. What I do is I just don't leave it up as an option. It's only weird if you make it weird. So when I get someone and I say to them, well, you know what? I want to stay in connection with you because I want to totally keep you up to date on any sales we got going on and answer any questions. Would it be easier to connect with you on Facebook or by text message? And they'll say one of them. Then I literally immediately go to my Facebook and I say, I want you to go ahead and type your name in there. And then I look away and I hand them my phone. If I don't have my phone with me or my phone's dead, I will just hand them my notebook and be like, go ahead and pop your name and number down. And then I look away. I don't know why it works, you guys, but the looking away thing makes them literally write it down. So trick, I'm not a psychologist. I don't understand why it works. I just found that it has. So try that out. If they absolutely refuse, if it's totally hands down, they absolutely refuse, they're not giving it to you, then it's either of two things. A, you didn't go into the blitz with confidence and operate from their need. Or B, they just really don't want to give it to you. In that case, if they don't want to give you their email, they don't want to give you their Facebook, they don't want to give you their phone number, then just say, well, you know what? Why don't you text me so that I can save your number in my phone? Leave it up to them at that point, I suppose. But again, it's only weird if you make it weird. Let's see, where are we at? So when you connect back with them, use phrases like, I'm excited, I'm passionate, I can't wait, I'm off the edge of my seat. Things that are exciting. People do things because they're exciting. You don't go to a roller coaster and see it all painted gray with gray signs and it looks boring. No, it's like Tremor Splash Mountain, explosions, it's green and pink and huge, and it's loud and noisy and there's music blaring. It's because it creates that excitement. So when someone says to me, how are you doing? I'm like, I am great. How are you today? They're like, oh, okay. And they say, what have you been up to? And I say, well, I'm a new distributor for It Works Global. Have you heard of that business? And they'll usually say no. Wait for the answer. Say something like, oh, you haven't? I'm not surprised. You know, we're just starting to gain a little bit of momentum. We're the makers of that crazy rap thing. Are you familiar with that? They may say, no, I'm not, and say, can I share with you a little bit about it? I'm just so excited about this new business. Even if you've been in it for 2 years, it doesn't matter. They don't remember that you've been doing this for 2 years. I still say, I'm just getting started with this company and I am so excited. Well, the truth is I've been in for 2 years. We make a 6-figure income, but I'm not going to just spew that out because it's not about me. It's about them. It's about me being excited for them. So always waiting for the answers. When they say, I don't know much about It Works Global, you can say things like, we have some really neat products. We have a wrap that tones and tightens. Can I send you a picture to show you what I'm doing? Ending things with a question. If they say, oh yeah, my sister wrapped. Fantastic. Have you wrapped? No. Or my friend does it in Colorado. Great. Would you like to try one today for $25? So not assuming that they don't want to make the sale with you, not assuming because their sister's wrapped that they don't want to, creating that dialogue by asking questions. Let's see. Always wait for the answer, again, using that pregnant pause. If they want to wrap or if they want more information, immediately schedule that next time you're going to talk with them. Send them a video, mail them a product catalog, get a Blitz card to them, get a green sample in their hands, some sort of next exposure. Don't talk about it and then say, okay, well, keep me posted on your business. Okay, I will. That's gonna kill it. Don't do that. Create that next exposure. Like, oh my gosh, I got this awesome video I want to send you to, or we've got an online wrap party I'd love for you to check out. We're gonna be doing free wrap giveaways. Or I would love to do a 3-way call with my upline and you. I really think this is something you'd be good at. I don't really know all the answers to the questions yet. Would you be willing to do a 10-minute phone call with myself and the person that enrolled me? It'll give me the opportunity to learn more about the business as well. Would that be something you'll do for me? Being excited, asking for favors, asking questions. If for any reason they say, I'm just not interested right now. You blitzed them, you followed up with them, and they said, I'm just not interested. A no isn't always a no. Sometimes it can be just a not right now. Hey, you know what, girl? I totally understand. No problem. Would it be cool if I mailed you a product catalog? There might be some other stuff in here that you're interested in. It's free of charge. It's no problem. And I can enter you in the drawing for a free wrap sometime if you want to win it. And they say, sure, great, mail them a catalog. Follow up with them after that. Or if they say, no, it's just not for me, then end it with your friendship. You know what, sweetie? No problem. I am totally not upset about that. I just want to make sure we're Facebook friends. Let's stay in contact with each other. I absolutely love getting a chance to talk with you. You seem so sweet and nice, and I really want to find out how school ends for you this year. End it with a friendship thing. She's going to remember that you ended it with a friendship, or he. They're not going to remember that you tried to sell them a product. They're going to remember that you operated from their need and not your greed. Fun fact, most people, this is interesting, most people will require 5 to 21 exposures of seeing or hearing about It Works to actually try a wrap, become a customer or a distributor. So if you're not following up with them between 5 to 21 times, then you are going to lose them as a customer. I was a 21-time person. I think my enroller probably asked me at least 21 times. It could be more than that because I was a hard no for about 5 months. So, Blitz tip. When I go into blitzing, I remember that people are going to need extra time. They're going to need extra exposures. They're going to need time to sit with the information. If I'm operating from their need and not my greed, they will purchase from me and become my teammate. So I say that to myself every time I go out. Today, I'm going to operate from people's needs and not my own greed. If I do that and I ask questions and I listen twice as much as I talk, they will purchase a wrap from me, become a customer or a distributor. That's called positive affirmation, and it really, really works. So I want you guys to look at your why right now. Go back to the very beginning of when we started this today. I want you to look at that why, and I want you to ask yourself, is that why important enough to get you out blitzing? If it's your kids, if it's your job, if it's that you want to go somewhere, if it's that you want to buy something, are you willing to blitz, follow these techniques, step outside of that comfort zone, step outside of your own fears of doing it, because fear isn't real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear just lies. It's that little devil on your shoulder that's going to keep you from being successful and having greatness. And like I always tell my distributors, man, you have 2 choices. You can let fear write your paycheck, or you can write your paycheck, and fear pays a very low wage. So I would suggest writing your own paycheck. Exposures to exposures. Let's check our time here. Oh, we're doing good. Perfect. So what is an exposure? An exposure is someone seeing the product, seeing a Facebook post, getting a Blitz card, getting a product catalog, watching a video, doing a phone call, being part of an online opportunity presentation, getting wrapped, going to a party, hosting a party, seeing your Instagram post, getting a text message from you, a phone call, any sort of means of communication, anytime that it works is put in their face. Let's see. I think I'm going to use the Coca-Cola. Yeah, okay. So you guys all know what Coca-Cola is. Coca-Cola is, if you don't know what it is, it's a soda company. They also own Dasani, which is, water. They make trillions of dollars. Very, very, very lucrative company. So at this point, Coca-Cola is so big and so popular, they never, ever, ever need to probably advertise ever again. You are going to buy their products whether you realize it or not. Your kids are going to want sodas, or Coca-Cola owns so many things besides just straight up soda now. So, but they still advertise. They still have billboards. They still have people wear their t-shirts, bumper stickers, regular stickers. It's up in every restaurant you go into. Billboards, banners, commercials, the polar bear commercials that we all love during, Christmas or Super Bowl. They spend millions and millions of dollars every year still advertising. Why do they do that? They do it to remind you. It's called an exposure. So let's say that you get on a kick of drinking Pepsi products and you just are really loving Pepsi, but Pepsi doesn't really ever advertise. You never see coupons for Pepsi. It's not in as many restaurants that you go to, but Coca-Cola is always there. Coca-Cola is like that dependent friend that's always there for you, that, you can depend on them no matter what. They'll be there for whatever you need. Now, what Coca-Cola does, which is really smart, is they subtly expose you to their products over and over again. So if you are not exposing your potential customers or distributors to the business side or the products, they are going to purchase something else, join a different business, become uninterested, or purchase a wrap or become customer or a distributor with someone else because they don't see you investing their time. It's like consistency. I've had so many customers enroll with us because we're very consistent. I post on Facebook every single day. I post on Instagram every day. I blitz every day. I talk to new people every day. Why do I do this? Because I have learned that if you don't create those exposures for someone else, there's a quote, and I love it, gets me out of bed every morning. Somewhere, someone is training harder than you, and when you meet them, they will win. Woo! It gives me goosebumps every time. It's true though, right? Somewhere, someone is training harder than you. So somewhere, someone is exposing your friends and family and strangers to this product, to this business more than you are. And when you meet them, they will win. They're going to have a bigger network. They're going to have sold more wraps. They're going to have wrapped more bellies, and their business is going to have grown more. So it's so important for you to continue to connect with people 5 to 21 times, exposing them to the product, the business, a post, something. I'm not talking about spamming one individual person. I'm talking about being consistent with people, following up. I usually, when I blitz someone, I follow up that day, 2 days later, 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, 2 months later. I usually try to follow up that way. Now, if it's a hot lead and it's someone that really, really, really is interested in the business or the products, I'm going to follow up with them every couple days. Hey, girl, was just thinking about you. I'm so excited for you to join the business. Hey, girl, I've got your welcome packet already ready. I can't wait for you to get it in the mail. Hey, girl, the new business folder kits came out and you are going to love it. Hey, girl, did you see that we've got a BOGO deal? I'm so excited about this buy one, get one wrap sale. Whatever that exposure is, or hey, girl, I came across this awesome wrap video online and I know you're interested in wrapping. Can I send it to you? Can I send you a catalog? Whatever that may be, get something in their hands. Get them something to watch, something to be interactive with. So when you expose someone, There's going to be tricks and tips and all sorts of things which we're going to go over in closing the sale to actually close that. Because I think what happens is someone that would normally maybe only be someone that maybe needs 5 to 6 exposures, it may take you 10 to 12 times to sign them as a customer. Not because that person needed 10 to 12 times, but because maybe you didn't approach it correctly. So we're going to go over some closing stuff. First things first, when you get them an exposure, when you get something in their hands, make a time or date to reconnect with them. So if you're mailing them a catalog, you know it's probably going to take about 4 to 5 days for that to get there, depending on the mail. So you're going to follow up with them in a week. Hey, did you get that catalog in the mail? You know, I'd love for you to quiz me on 3 products. I'm really trying to learn these products. What were 3 things that you saw that you want to know a little bit more about and I can kind of practice? Or if you sent them a video, saying to them, hey, I just sent you that video. When do you think you could watch it by? Not saying, can you watch it tonight? Can you watch it tomorrow? Can you watch it Thursday? Not giving them a time, but leaving it up to them, what's available for them. Hey girl, I'm so excited that you want to be a part of this business. I just sent you over a little bit of information in a video about becoming a distributor. The video is about 7 minutes long. When do you think would be the best time for you to watch it? When could you watch it by? I could probably watch it by tomorrow afternoon. Awesome. So if I call you tomorrow evening, you'll have already watched that video, right? Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty busy tomorrow. It would probably be better Wednesday morning. I know that by Wednesday, I could definitely have watched it. So if I give you a call Wednesday night or Thursday morning, you'll have watched that video. Yeah, I think I will have watched that video by then. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and call you Wednesday night or Thursday morning, whatever you decide. What's the best number to reach you at? Oh, this number is perfect. Awesome. I'm so excited. So I will talk to you Wednesday at such and such a time. Now, when you call them and they say, I haven't watched the video yet, because that's usually what happens, say, no problem, man. I know life gets crazy, crazy busy. I totally understand. When do you think that you could watch it by? I could definitely watch it tonight. Awesome. So if I call you tomorrow morning, you'll have watched that video, right? Yep, for sure. For sure, for sure. Absolutely. Awesome. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. So resetting up that exposure. Now, if they watch the video and they're like, nah, it was really interesting, I'm just still not ready to join, be like, well, you know what? Can I invite you to an online wrap party? You can win free wraps, learn a little bit more about the business. Great. Awesome. So I'm going to invite you to the online wrap party. All you got to do is accept the invite, and then I'm going to connect with you after the party and see if you have any questions. How does that sound? That sounds great. Fantastic. So the party day comes along, and they had a lot of fun at the party, and they win a free wrap. I'm so excited that you won that free wrap. I'm going to go ahead and get that in the mail to you. It's going to take a couple days. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with you in a few days to make sure you got that in the mail. How does that sound? That sounds great. Then you connect with them again. This may go on for time after time after time after time, but the end result is going to be that you're going to enroll them as a customer and distributor. Now, this could be 2 days later, 2 weeks later, 2 months later, or 2 years later. I just enrolled a person, a customer 2 days ago that literally is on my very first hundreds list that I made in May of 2013. So it took 2 years and about 20 exposures for this girl to finally be interested, but I have stayed in connection with her that whole time. Don't judge each day by the harvest. Judge it by how many plants you see, how many seeds you sow. I flipped that. So when you're looking at the day and you're like, oh man, nobody came on as a customer or distributor, don't judge it by that. Don't judge it by the harvest. Judge it by the number of seeds that you were able to sow, because those seeds will come to fruition at some point. It's just not up to you when those come up. It's up to them. So when they ignore you and they didn't come to the presentation they were supposed to come to, or the online wrap party, that's when they get a message from me that says, Sarah, I was so sad that you were unable to attend the party. We really, really missed you. I wanted to give you information on the next one. Would that be something that you would be interested in hearing more about? Yeah, I'm so sorry, girl. Life just got busy. My little kid fell and got a cut on his chin and we had to go to the emergency room. No problem. I totally understand. Life gets crazy. I'm going to go ahead and invite you to that next event, and or I'm going to invite you to that next party, and then I'll remind you about the party, and we'll stay in connection and see if you have any questions. How does that sound? Follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. So those are all exposures. Now, if you have you've done your blitz, you've talked with them a million times, they haven't bought a wrap, they haven't become a customer, they haven't become a distributor, they're just not interested, put them on a list of no's, not just right nows, is what I call it. If I get a super hard no and the person is like, I am just straight up not interested in this, you know, I'm so excited for you that your business is going well, I'm so excited and your products seem really, really great, you know, I just don't think it's for me. Then you say, okay, and you move on, because guess what, guys? I know you've heard this phrase a million times. There is a million fish in the sea. Guess what? There is billions of fish in the sea. 1% of the population knows what It Works is right now. I want you to like think about that. So take the planet. It gives me goosebumps. 1% of people know what It Works is. So that means you have 99% of the human population, and every day people are having babies. Every day people are losing and gaining weight. Every day people are diagnosed with ailments that our products can help with. People lose their jobs. People get laid off. Cars break down. People need extra income. People want to refine their identity. People want to get rid of stretch marks. People want to get rid of acne. People want to do a meal replacement. Every day that's happening on planet Earth. So if you're not taking the opportunities to find those people and talk to people, somebody else is. Somewhere, someone is trading harder than you. And when you meet them, they will win. That's when you go to the OTOMs, or you go to the green carpet, or you go to conference and you see those people up on stage that, you know, got to Ambassador Diamond in a year, or, you know, Triple Diamond in a year like we did, or whoever. It doesn't matter who it is, but you see them and it's someone you look up to, whether it's a executive, a ruby, a black diamond. The reason that they're there isn't by luck. There is no such thing as luck in this business. They are there because they blitzed, they wrapped, and they repeated. They talked to new people, they wrapped bellies, they have followed up with people over and over and over and over again. So you got two choices. You've got your excuses and you've got your why. And one of those is going to outweigh each other. You need to look back at that why that we wrote down at the beginning and say, am I going to be driven by this why, or am I going to allow this why to be my excuse for not following up with people and stepping out of my comfort zone? So hope that helps with exposures. The next question I usually get after I talk about this is, okay, so I've blitzed people, I've talked to them, I just don't really feel like I'm closing the sale. I don't know what it is. I can't seem to get anybody to purchase from me. I've talked to them 10 times. I've talked to 50 people 10 times. No one is enrolling. Something is going on. I can't get the system to work. So I have 5 things written down that I have found that are the 5 reasons for people struggling with closing. Reason number 1 is, and you guys might want to take notes on these as well, because I really do find that these really truly are the 5 things. Number 1 is the person has no need. So you blitzed them and you went on and on and on and on about wraps, and that person in their head is thinking, I don't really think I need this. I'm really happy with my skin. I don't have any stretch marks. I don't have any cellulite. Or I just, you know, I got a spare tire. I don't really care. I've been married for 40 years. who cares? It doesn't even matter. And you're going on and on and on and on about what it did for you and what it did for your belly and belly's belly, 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 belly. And all the whole time, this person's thinking, man, I just wish they had something for weight loss. Oh my gosh, you could have missed enrolling someone with Fat Fighters or ThermoFit. So when I blitz somebody and it's on with a coupon or someone I know, I'll say to them, what health concerns do you have? If you could change one thing about the outside of your body and one thing about the inside of your body, what would it be? And they say, oh man, I just hate having bags under my eyes. It drives me crazy. Now, that blitz card might have been an opener for you to start that communication and that dialogue. So if you're blitzing someone, you're talking to them, and you're like, you know what, and our product line has so many amazing things. I have a question. Give me a fun fact. If you could change one thing about the outside and one thing about the inside, just totally off the top of your head, what would you pick? Oh my gosh, the bags under my eyes. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we have something called Lip and Eye. Totally helps diminish the bags under the eyes, helps with fine lines and wrinkles. Would you like some more information on it? Do you have any questions? Be thoughtful, let them ask questions. And they say, the one thing inside, I am so bad about eating fruits and vegetables. Like, I feel like I'm living on fast food because I'm a crazy busy mom and I never get a chance to, like, you know, eat healthy, make healthy meals for my family. Oh my gosh, are you serious? I've got this green stuff and it is amazing. It's like 12 salads in a packet. Would you like to try one? Give them a greens packet. Put your label on the outside. If you can print out labels, put that on the outside of the greens packet. Get their contact information. If you don't have any green samples with you, say, you know what, I would love to get together and let you try one of these green samples and get you some more information. Is it better to communicate with you via Facebook or text? Facebook, great. Why don't you add to your Facebook? The second that person gets added to your Facebook, screenshot it. So when you go home that night and you look and see who you talked to and put them on your hundreds list, you have their information, you know who they are, and they don't get lost on your Facebook. That's one of those weird fun facts that I found out way too late. So I'm really good about that now. But if you've blitzed them or you've talked to them a million times and they're just not interested in what you're putting down, I guarantee you, I promise you with my whole heart that there is something in this catalog right here that's going to speak to them. So getting them on the phone and going over a few products, asking them to quiz you, meeting up for coffee, having them circle 3 things in here that they think that they would like, getting them to an online party. I had a gal recently that enrolled as a loyal customer. She liked a picture of one product and then ordered 2 totally different products that had nothing to do with the original product that we were even talking about, because I listened to what it was that she needed, what she wanted, what she was looking to achieve. So ask them what they want to work on. That will help you find their need. Next is they don't have any money. Oh my gosh, I'm totally broke. Great. When do you get paid? Totally simple question that gets avoided. Okay, girl, well, just let me know when you get paid. She's not going to let you know. That money is going to be spent on something else, guaranteed, because somewhere, someone else out there is selling something, and they will buy it from them because they are training harder than you. So make sure that you ask when they get paid. Great. When will you have some money? When's payday? 14th. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you on the 13th, and I'll give you a jingle on the 14th and get you enrolled. How does that sound? Great. Boom, done, calendar, put it in there. If they say, I don't get paid, like I am so crazy strapped for cash right now, it's insane. Okay, so I have a question for you. What would you think about getting a little bit more information on wrapping free or earning that profit with some product credit and maybe earning some extra cash and being able to do this in a way that's going to make you money and pay for your product? Would that be something you were interested in? Yeah, awesome. Let's set up the time to talk about distributing, or talk about it right then, or get them on an online party, or send them a party pad video, or invite them to an OTOM or a wrap party or whatever you can do to set up that next exposure. Now, if they say right then and there, yeah, oh man, I would love to do that. Be like, awesome. It's $99 fee to start as a distributor, but check this out. You get a free box of wraps with that. What? A free box of wraps? That's awesome. So all of a sudden they had no money, but they all of a sudden have $100 to enroll as a distributor, because usually it's not that they don't have money. It's usually that they haven't decided to put the money down on what you're selling. It's kind of like they were at a casino. They sell a bunch of different gambling tables and they're trying to choose which one they want to go to. Now you can be the fun, exciting, awesome gambling table that stays in connection with them with the bright flashing lights, or you can be the table over in the corner that nobody sees in the dimly lit area that doesn't get any action. I don't know about you, but I want to be the roulette wheel. I want to be moving and grooving and announcing winners and, you know, new team members every 5 seconds. So other options if they don't have money is to talk about them hosting a party and wrapping for free. Oh man, well, what would you say if I could get you wrapped free? Oh, I love that. Awesome. Do you know 4 friends that would like to tone, tighten, or firm up some area of their body, or maybe someone that could benefit from one of the products we talked about? Well, yeah, I know a couple people that have had kids, and actually one of my coworkers, he's trying to lose weight, and I could probably get my mom to come. Awesome. Let me whip out my calendar. Let's get everyone together. Let's hang out and show for a few minutes, sample some stuff, try some wraps. If 4 of them wrap for 25 bucks, you get wrapped for free. For each person that's there, I do 4 or 5 people. Everyone does it differently. If they say, oh, I can only get 3 friends together, I'll say, well, what if I knock $5 off for each, you know, your wrap for each person that wraps for 25? And they'll say, oh, I love that. That's a great idea. Third would be talk to them about the referral program. So if they want to get, you know, Profit, and they want to get Energy, and they want to get wraps, but they don't have the money to do that, then you can say, well, you know what, check this out. We've got this really awesome customer referral program. So when you become a customer, let's say that your friend wants to get wraps or something that we talked about today, and she goes through your link, which I'll get to you once you become a customer, you get a free box of wraps or $35 of product credit for each person. So you could totally get a free box of wraps for that first person. Have 2 other people enroll through your link. You get 30 days to do this. 2 other people enroll, we could get you that Profit for free. 2 other people enroll, you could get that Energy for free. Like, you could literally get all of that for free. I know, but I don't have the money to start as a customer. Do you have 23 bucks? Do you have 25 bucks? Yeah, I probably got 25 bucks. Awesome. So we've got a couple different products that you could choose from, and you could become a customer with one of those products. Get your friends to purchase through that link, and you're gonna get all that stuff for free. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden their $23 Fat Fighter purchase has turned into them getting a bunch of stuff for free and you adding the EV to your tree. So that's another way to tackle the no money. Number 3 would be there's no hurry. No sense of urgency, whenever, doesn't really matter. So when your power bill is due, you don't get a thing from the power company saying, you know what, keep me posted when you're ready to order something, like some electricity. Keep posted when you want to pay your bill. You know, drop me some money sometime. No, they say your bill's due on the 15th. And so it creates a sense of urgency in your heart. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to get this by the 15th. Like, this is my bill's due. You know, I don't want to be without my power. So how do you create that sense of urgency? You create that sense of urgency through your excitement. You create that sense of urgency by being in a hurry. So when you talk to someone, you say to them, hey, you know what, Denise, I'm so glad I caught you. I'm just about to head out, and I know you're crazy busy too. I just wanted to see if you had 5 minutes to talk about this. I know we got you wrapped last week and you're really excited about it. Do you got 5? I got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes? Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm totally busy, totally slammed today, but I wanted to take this time out to give you a jingle. So if you're in a hurry, they will be in a hurry to order. You're popular. You're the hair salon that's always full. You're passionate. You're excited. You're excited to get them started. You can't wait to see what their results are going to be. You can't wait to hear about all the successes that they're going to have. You can't wait to get them started as a distributor and help them earn that free product credit. You can't wait. You're in a hurry. Your team's growing. Your business is growing. Talk to them about the referral program. I want to get you started today so that we can get your 2 friends enrolled through your link so that you can get that profit before the end of the month, because I know your goal is to look awesome in that bikini because you guys are going to Bradenton Beach and you're going to look so amazing there. And again, operating from their need, right? Do you see that? See how it's like I am focusing on what their goals are and I'm creating that sense of urgency for them. You're not getting married till next year. Well, that's okay. Let's get you started today so that when your wedding day comes, you look amazing. Like, I want you to feel your best at your wedding day, like making it about them, not about you. So be in a hurry, create a sense of urgency, and they will feel it and they will enroll and purchase quicker. Number 4 would be they just don't have any desire. Maybe you did go through the entire product catalog with them. Maybe you have talked to them 15 or 16 times. Maybe they just really aren't interested in whatever it is that you have right now. Now, here's the crazy thing, though, to remember. Every day, people are losing jobs and having babies. I have a loyal customer that when I first connected with her on Instagram, she was 16, so she wasn't old enough to order, but we stayed in connection for 2 years now. She just enrolled as a customer recently, and it is literally because I stayed in connection with her. At that time, she didn't have any desire. Well, in between then and now, she thought the wraps were kind of cool at the beginning. In between then and now, she's not as active as she was with her job. She's got a little bit older. She wants to tone and tighten up, so now she's ready. So only way to fail is to quit, guys, because if you don't follow up with them and sign them, someone that doesn't quit is going to, and you're going to planted all those seeds so someone else can harvest your crops. So if they don't have any desire, that's okay. Put them in the no's, not just right now's, and then follow up with them in 2 or 3 months. Hey, Sarah, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to see how you're doing. You don't need to mention anything about the product. They say, oh, pretty good. Life's just been really busy. I've been kind of stressed out. You've been stressed out? Oh my gosh, I totally know how you feel. I have felt the same way. What I found was by using the Confianza, my stress level is like so much lower. Confianza, what's Confianza? All of a sudden you're talking about a product. Or number 5, which is the most important one, is there's no trust. You have not built up a trust with them. They don't trust you. Now, everyone's trust levels run differently. I'm someone that it takes a long time for me to trust people. I don't know if it's my personality, past baggage, whatever it is, it takes me a really long time. I'm very, very skeptical. I'm very cautious about who I allow into my inner circle. And so trust for me is difficult. It takes me time. It takes me time of really getting to know the person, really believing in them, what they're having to share, which is probably why it takes me 21 times of being asked to purchase a toaster, which no, I still don't own because I can't decide which one I want because I don't want to spend $40 on a toaster and have it not work. It's a trust thing. Now, there's people that I know on our team that trust people instantaneously. They are beautiful, glowing, amazing people that trust everyone. They may or may not have gotten burned in their life, but those are the people that are probably going to purchase a wrap from you immediately. Those are going to be the people that are like, absolutely, if you say it works, I believe you. I would never say that to anyone. So you need to remember there's different kinds of people. There's different people with different trust levels. My trust level is like a 2. Whereas I look at Naomi, who's maybe watching this today on our team, her trust level is like a 10. She's literally the nicest person I've ever met, and she trusts everybody because that's just who she is. And so for me, I need to really build that trust up with people, and your customers are going to be more like that. There's so many gimmicks out there, you guys, and so many scams and so much crud on the market that doesn't really work. We know our products do. We know everything in this line literally does exactly what it says it does, but they don't know that yet. You can show them a million before and after pictures. It doesn't matter if they don't trust you, okay? So a way for you to build that trust is to use what I call the 4 stages of sharing or selling. So 4 stages of selling or sharing. Stage number 1 is to qualify the buyer. And what that means is, are they over 18? Do they have a debit or credit card? Are they in a country that we distribute in? Are they in a country where they can get greens or whatever product is that you're interested in? Are they even interested, right? Have they even commented back? Have you started a dialogue, okay? Number 2 is to build rapport. This is a very important stage. This is when you ask them about their family. You ask them about their job. You ask them about where they like to go for fun. You ask them what concerns they have internally or externally with their body. You ask them about what they did last weekend, what kind of car they drive, what their favorite kind of music is. So you find a connection. You compliment them. You're building that rapport with someone so that they will open up and begin to trust you. Step number 3 is to educate or be in service. And this is a really important one too. So educating and being in service is asking questions, listening twice as much as you talk, and then answering back only what they ask. So if they ask you about, you qualified them as a buyer, you build up rapport, and they say, so what is this crazy wrap thing that you're doing? And you just go, what? And you dive into that, it's immediately going to close down stage 1 and 2. You have now literally closed off qualifying. You have closed off rapport. It doesn't exist. You have got to, when in the education and be in service, this is truly the time to listen, find out what their need is, and then answer it as simply as possible. My goal when I return a message is to use the fewest words possible. I'll usually write something out, text it out, and then I look at it and delete the whole thing, and then rewrite it as simply, easily, clearly, and concisely as I can. Also, being in service could be offering them a free packet of greens, or saying, I know how you feel. You don't have any money right now. I felt the exact same way. I felt defeated and discouraged, and we were going through some really hard times. So I really understand where you're at right now. If I could share with you in a 5-minute presentation something that I think could really turn things around for you, would you be willing to listen? Then you can spend the 5 minutes and educate. But really listening, being in service, being thoughtful like John Eric teaches us, really making it about the other person, being there for them. You don't have a waitress that comes up to your table that starts telling you all of her favorite things on the menu. Now, when you ask her, she'll tell you and be in service and educate you. But have you ever gone to a restaurant where the waitress is like, we've got this special and this special and that special, and this is the drink, and we're out of this, da 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 da. Like, before you even begin, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. But when she says, how are you doing today? Would you like to hear about our specials? What kind of foods are your favorite? And you say, I don't know. I don't really know what I want to order. They're usually going to say, well, what's your favorite meat? Steak. Okay, here's our steak options. And we have a special. Would you like to hear about it? Great. Being in service. Step number 4 is to close the sale. So that's when you say, are you ready to come in today? Are you ready to come in tomorrow? What's the best day? What day do you believe is the best day for you to get started? When you get to number 4, if they stop messaging you back and you're getting ignored, or they keep postponing and postponing and postponing ordering, then what's happened is you have missed one of these stages. Either you started at qualifying the buyer and then barreled down to educating them without building a rapport, or you qualified the buyer, you built a rapport, but you didn't listen to their needs and jumped into the sale, and you didn't do these in order. Guys, these have to go in order. And you're not getting any feedback, they're not enrolling, you've missed a stage. So what you can do, it's totally okay if this happens, this is fixable. So what you do is, if you're at number 4 and you're at close the sale, you need to go back to number 3. So be back in service. Hey girl, I was just wondering if you had any more questions. Or leaving it maybe not even as open-ended as that, saying something like, I haven't heard back from you. I'm feeling like maybe I didn't answer your wrap question, or I'm feeling like you have another question about wrapping, or you have another question about distributing, or I'm sensing some hesitation. Is there something that I can answer to set your mind at ease? You know, really being thoughtful about that and being back in service, listening, you know, listening to their needs again. Now, if you don't get anything back at that point, then you need to go back up to number 2, which is to build rapport. So, hey girl, I saw your post on Facebook. That meme was absolutely hilarious. Where did you find that? Hey, I saw your car drive by the other day and I was totally missing you, and I realized that we hadn't chatted in like a week. How are you doing? Don't say anything about the products. It's not about the business. It's about building rapport. Then, once that rapport has been built, they will probably say to you, hey, I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you about wrapping. I wound up running out of cash, or we went camping, or whatever it is that they may be doing. Hey, no problem. I totally know life gets busy. What questions can I answer for you? All of a sudden, you're back at stage 3. You answer all those. Awesome. Hey, are you ready to get started today? Because I'm placing orders. I would love to get you started today. Today's not good for me. Next Thursday would be better. Awesome. So if I connect with you on Thursday, you'll be ready to place an order. Great, fantastic. And then I'm probably going to send them a message on Tuesday that just says, hey, I just wanted to let you know I was thinking of you. Can't wait to talk on Thursday. So, and put that stuff in your calendar. Buy a calendar. Don't try to keep it in your phone. It's a lot easier to keep it on paper. Here are, and we are perfect on time, which is amazing and awesome and totally unprecedented. Time management is the thing that I am working on right now. So let's see, Amy Legat wants to know, can you post the order? What I can do is just go over it one more time. So the stages are qualify the buyer, build rapport, educate and be in service, and close the sale. And I will type that out at the very end here. So let's see. Here are some tips for closing the sale. Things that may have gone right, things that may have gone wrong. These are the things that I have found that affect whether or not I am able to enroll a customer or a distributor. So first thing I want to do is I want to hold you guys accountable. So you are your own vehicle to your goals and your dreams and that why that's sitting on that notepad next to you right now. You have a choice. The number one reason that people fail in this business is because they get discouraged by no's, they quit, and they don't follow up. And you'll have your distributors on your downline say, I've talked to everybody and nobody wants any of this. The first thing I say is, how many people did you connect with on your 100s list? What's a 100s list is usually what I get. Remember that thing that we talked about where you were going to write down, you know, people off of Facebook and stuff? Oh yeah, I haven't really connected with any of them. Okay, and you probably haven't talked to everyone. How many times have you connected with them? What did you say? What were the responses? Have you talked to them 5 to 21 times? No, I talked to her twice and I really feel like I'm bugging her. Guess what, guys? You're not bugging them. This sounds so crazy and weird, and I totally understand how you guys feel if this doesn't make sense, because it was hard for me in the beginning. But what I found was once I understood this, it made a little bit more sense to me. It has made it easier with the feeling like you're bugging someone. So we were talking about Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola is always bugging you. They have slogans, t-shirts, billboards, banners, signs up in restaurants. It's on menus. It's on commercials. It's everywhere. Do you ever feel bugged by Coca-Cola? I have never felt bugged by Coca-Cola, ever. I felt bugged by spammy people that are like, join my team for $99, it'll change your life. Or buy my products from me. Or it's $59, buy it today. I need to get a bonus. I need to get this. I need to get that. I. Okay, that's gonna feel like someone bugs me. Coca-Cola never says that. They just put up a billboard, put something up for you to look at. I'm guessing you don't feel bugged by Coca-Cola or anybody else for that matter that advertises. So you can either let your fear that you're bugging them get in the way of that big fat six-figure income, or you can say, I didn't feel bugged about enrolling in this business, so everyone else probably doesn't feel bugged either. Even though my cousin Emily messaged me probably 21 times. I got texts, Facebook things, I got emails from her, from my enroller. I never felt bugged. I just kind of felt like, what is this thing that she keeps going on about? And I watched her. And the reason I enrolled was because she was consistent and she consistently followed up with me. I never felt bugged. So my question to you guys is, do you feel like you were bugged to join this business? Do you feel bugged right now looking around your house at all of the things that are being advertised to you right now? No, you don't feel bugged. Companies just put out the slogans, put out the information, and you choose when you're ready to purchase their products. So don't let that fear get in front of that why. Number 3, TMI, too much information. I totally did this in the beginning, so I totally feel you guys if this is what you've done. Tell me more about the wraps. Well, the wraps tone and tighten and firm in as little as 45 minutes, and they're amazing. And you can get 1 for $25, or you can get 4 for $59, or you can get a retail for $99. And it helps with cellulite. And at 6 months, you get $50 of free product, and then you get $150 in free product at the end of the year. And then you can do the customer referral program, but you can become a distributor. And then there's these amazing fat fighter things. But you should totally join my business because I really want you to be in my business, and I know that you're broken. I know that you really need money. Right? Whew. That is so much. That is TMI. So when you are overindulging or doing what we call diarrhea of the distributor, you're going to lose them. Now, if that's happened and you've lost them and you've lost that connection, it's never too late. What I do is I go in and I erase the TMI message that I sent them, and I redo another message. They won't even remember that you did too much information. Their question might have been like, tell me about the wraps. So then you do this big long thing, you don't hear back from them, and you message them back, and there's like, CNAT, 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 CNAT. I go in and I delete all of those. And then I write a thing that says, wraps tone, tighten, and firm in as little as 45 minutes. Would you like to see a before and after picture? That's it. End it with a question. Keep the dialogue going. So if you blitzed them in person and it's too much information and you can feel it and you see their eyes widening and they're backing up and they look frightened, say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just totally gave you a crazy amount of information. I'm just getting started. I'm so passionate about this business. I'm so excited about this product. I totally talked your ear off and I apologize. What was your question? And then wait and be thoughtful. There's always a way to come back from too much information. The way to not come back from too much information is to either do it again or to stop connecting with them because you feel like you're bugging them, okay? Next is objections. So have you ever had that person that's like, well, I don't really think the wraps work. Well, I don't want to try one for 25. Well, I don't want to come to a party. I don't want to host a thing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. And you keep wanting to get them. I want 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 to get them wrapped. I want to get them. I want them to see that it works. I want them to believe in it. I want them to da, 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 da. And they're giving you objection after objection after objection. What that is it's a time sucker. So when you've got someone that is objecting over and over and over, they are not interested in anything, and you're just hammering at them over and over and over, but you got to try it, but you need to try it, but you want to try it, but everyone's trying it, but gotta do this, and they're like, no, you know, and they're coming up with objection after objection after objection after objection. I'm done. Bye, Felicia. Peace out. I'm over it, because the time I am taking trying to clear up someone's objections over and over and over again is the time I'm taking away from finding that single mom of 5 that's living in a hotel with her 5 children and has no food and no cell phone that will want to work this business and work her booty off to change the legacy of her family. Someone that wants to be a hope broker, that fixes the broken. Somebody that really wants to try a wrap that is so crazy self-conscious of the way that their body looks because they have a baby and they feel like a hot mess. You're taking time away from finding those people because you're focusing on trying to fix someone's objections and those haters on Facebook. When you get those people that are negative and give you all those objections, block, unfollow, delete. Because I believe that if someone is truly your friend, they are not going to be hassling you and objecting over and over and over again and leaving nasty posts. Being scared you won't know the answer. So how many times have you guys gone out to Blitz and you are afraid to do it because you're afraid someone's going to ask you something you don't know, or you're afraid to talk to someone about the business because you're not making a lot of money yet, or you're afraid to talk about the business because you don't know all of the ins and outs and the rules and you can't remember exactly how the steps to success go, or maybe you didn't fill out steps to success, so you're afraid they're going to ask you, well, did you fill one of these out? And you have all these fears and you have all this anxiety and you're so like balled up and you feel like so tense about it. It's okay. You don't need to know the answers. This is called Millionaire School. I am 2 years into this business and I still swear to God I learn something new every single day. I had someone ask me yesterday how much relief was for the loyal customer price. I was like, I don't know. I need to look in my catalog. Like, you don't need to have anything memorized. If someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer, it is totally okay for you to say, you know what? That's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to connect with my upline. Can I get back to you on that? They're going to say, sure, no problem. It's just like when you go to a restaurant and you ask the waitress, like, hey, I was wondering with this dish, does it come with blah, 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 or does it have any cream in it? And the waitress says, you know what? I don't know. Let me go back and ask the chef. You don't throw your chair to the side and say, I'm not eating at this restaurant because you don't know all of the answers to this. I will never purchase that meal. No, you just say, awesome, cool, great. Go ask the person and get back to me. It's okay for you to not to know all the answers. I know people that have been in this business for 4, 5, 6 years that still say they don't know all the answers, but somebody does. And so you can talk to your upline, you can talk to someone in your team page, you can call a friend, you can go to My It Works Product Coach, you can go to myitworkstraining.com and look up the videos on the product. You can ask questions about the business. You can look up, there's a million ways for you to find out the information. It's okay for you to say to somebody, you know, I just don't know. Let's see. You didn't listen to their needs. You didn't really listen and read between the lines. So if someone says, well, I'm not really as concerned about like the cellulite that I have. I'm just more concerned about the fact that I just feel so tired every single day. And you're like, well, you know what? I know that you're not worried about the cellulite, but it really will smooth your legs out. I think you're really going to like it. Oh my gosh, you just totally blew an opportunity. What if you said, oh my gosh, I didn't know that that was a concern of yours. So we have 2 different products that might really help with that. We've got something called greens and something called energy. Can I share with you a little bit about each of those products? Okay, listening between the lines. You didn't go through the 4 questions. You didn't qualify the buyer, build rapport, educate, be in service, and close the sale. So to answer Amy's question, yes, you are correct. Those are the 4 ones. So those are the 4 questions. Those are you're going to use those till the end of time. If you didn't close the sale and you're having a hard time with it, go back to 3, go back to 2, go back to 1 and qualify them if you have to. Go all the way back to 1. Find out if they're really, truly interested in anything or if they're just literally wasting your time as an objection person. Next, sharing your personal experiences. How many people out there are scared to show people their before and after pictures? I was really, really nervous. I had an 11-pound baby, 2 abdominal surgeries, hysterectomy, and I have a thyroid disorder. So my weight literally is like this crazed roller coaster ride every single day of my life. And so I had the worst stretch marks to this day that I have seen, and I have wrapped thousands of bellies. We're always our own worst critics too. I was so scared to post my pictures up. And what made me decide that I was going to finally do it and finally share with people was something that Pam Souter said, and she said you need to get over yourself, because somewhere, someone out there is waiting to see your picture so that their life can be changed. And it actually even like makes me feel teary and gives me goosebumps, because I was so caught up in my own personal body and what I looked like that I was robbing other people from the opportunity to see me so that they felt comfortable enough to try it themselves. The other thing could be sharing your personal experiences with greens or the facial line. If you're not running your ADBV auto ship and you're not getting products and you're not trying things out, how are you ever going to sell something or share about something that you love if you're not trying it? That'd be like a chef that's never eaten food before, or a plumber that doesn't have piping in their house, or an auto mechanic that's never driven a car. Like, you gotta try stuff out, guys. You don't have to get wraps every single month. You could try the ProFit one month with some greens, and the next month, try the energy, and try the, get some essential bars, get some greens chews, try some stuff out, guys, because if you can share your personal experiences and what it's done for you, with other people, there might be someone out there whose life that you're able to change because they say, wow, I have the same, issues, or my mom has the same thing. I'm so excited to get something for her that's going to help. So don't be selfish, man. Share your pictures. Be excited. Obviously, we've already talked about that. I think that the worst thing you can do is just be like, hey, we tried this crazy wrap thing. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You should try it. That's not a real thing. You jumped the sales, so you didn't go through the 4 stages, so you didn't build that trust. You devalued your product, and this is a big one. So offering like, oh, I'm just going to go wrap salon owners for free. I'm going to wrap everyone for free. I'm going to give away free energy cans. I'm going to give away free things. Now, giving away a sample of greens is one thing that costs you about $1. You want to make sure you follow up with them. But when you're giving away tons of stuff all the time, it devalues your product. Why would somebody, so it does 2 things. First of all, it sends a message to them that your product isn't worth payment. Second of all, if they were interested in becoming a distributor, then the next thing they think is, oh man, I'm going to have to order all of this stuff and give it away for free. I can't afford to do that. So you've literally shot yourself in both feet by just offering free stuff away. I only give free wraps away on our online parties because it's literally a contest. I wrap a hostess for free if 4 to 5 of her friends wrap. That's it. I don't give free wraps away to anybody. That's just not something I do. I don't give free wraps away to my distributors when they sign up. I just don't do it. I've gifted a couple for birthdays and Christmas, but it's a present. I would have spent 25 bucks on something anyways, but I don't just give stuff away for free. It devalues. Let's see. Not being actionable. So using the phrases like, do you want to be a retail customer or a wholesale customer? Would you like to come in as a distributor or a customer? Would you like me to enroll you, or would you like me to walk you through it? Would you like greens or wraps today? Would you like to come in today or tomorrow? Always having 2 choices, but never having it be, would you like greens or would you like nothing? Would you like to become a distributor or just think about it forever? Would you like to come to an online party or not? So giving them 2 choices. We've got an online party on the 10th and the 12th. Which one works better for you? Waiting for them to get back to you, using phrases like, these are phrases that you should never use in your life or in your business. These are open-ended phrases, and they're what's called conversation closers. All right, write these down. Let me know. Naughty puppy. Never, never, never say let me know, because what's going to happen is they will never let you know. Okay? 2, keep me posted. What in the heck does that even mean? I don't even understand what keep me posted is. Here's my website. Look around. They're not going to. They're busy. It's not going to happen. You could say, here's my website. When's the best time for me to reconnect with you? Today or tomorrow? Okay. Oh, here's where you order. Just order here. Nope. How many people have given someone a website and then waited by their e-suite waiting for them to enroll? Where is that person? Where is that person? Where is that person? They're not going to enroll. 2 years in the business, I've had one person enroll and I didn't even realize it. One person. Or, okay, girl, just order when you're ready. Or when you're ready, let me know. Keep me posted. Those are things you should never say in your business. They're actually what's called a conversation closer. So think of it this way. When you say that, this is what you do. You take your body language from being totally open and available, and you say, let me know. Keep me posted. Here's my website. It's up to you now. So get those phrases out of your business. Tip here before we end. These are the things I think of before I message someone. So when I send a message back to someone, I look at what we talked about already. I formulate a game plan in my head, or I write something out and I erase it and rewrite it. But when I'm messaging someone or calling or following up in any way, these are the things that I personally ask myself. Now, you may ask yourself different questions, but these are the things I have found that work for me. Where are we in the 4 stages of sharing or selling? Have I qualified them? Have I built rapport? Have I educated and been in service yet? Am I ready to close? Are they at stage 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay, that's going to tell you what the conversation should be. Do I know what their needs are? Have I asked them about their body image, inside or out? Have I asked them or offered the opportunity for them to become a distributor? When I have someone that's enrolling as a loyal customer, I always say, so you're coming in as a loyal customer today with that box of wraps for $59. Did you want to spend an additional $40 and upgrade to be a distributor? Have I asked them about the opportunity? Because every customer I enroll, I ask them about the opportunity if they're interested. Because a lot of people don't even know that they can become a distributor. Have I simply answered their questions? I'm going to simply answer their questions. So are my past messages simple, or have I overindulged? Do I need to erase some things? And then I say to myself, affirmation to the universe, I am going to simply answer this question so that they will enroll to become a customer or a distributor. And then last but not least, have I been thoughtful, and am I being thoughtful? One of the coolest people in the world, John Eric Mosler, for anyone that hasn't found him or followed him, he's on Periscope, he's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, John Eric Thinks. This guy is one of the most amazing people, has totally changed my business and the way that I handle life in general. He talks about it being an adventure. He talks about being thoughtful. He talks about including people in on what you're doing, not making it you and them. Really making it always thoughtful and always thinking about other people, because you get more flies with honey than vinegar. So when I go to message someone, I say to myself, you know, where are they in the stages? Where are we in talking? What are they interested in? Have I asked them about themselves? Have I built up rapport? Do I know about their family a little bit? And what do I know about them? And am I being thoughtful? The only time that I've ever had anybody enroll without asking those questions is the random, every once in a great while, Instagram person that just, they already know what they want. They already know what they want to get. They want to get ordered, boom, done. But I still add them to Facebook, find a little bit about them, find out about them, because 1 out of every loyal customers turns in, one out of every 9 loyal customers turns into a distributor. So if I'm learning about them and I'm learning about their family and I'm learning about them, the likelihood of them ordering longer or becoming a distributor totally accelerates. So even for those Instagram people out there that say, oh, I don't really think that I need to go through all of that. I just want to get the sale. I just want to get the customer. But I'm telling you right now, if you stay in connection with them and find out about them and be thoughtful and be invested in them and their adventure and invite them into yours, you getting them to order for longer or them becoming your teammate really, really, really excels. So we're going to wrap up here. I want to thank you guys so much for attending. If you've got any other questions, pop them up now. You should be able to do that from your mobile phone at the bottom. If you scroll down underneath the video, if you're watching this live, you can connect with me on Facebook. I accept all friends requests. I am at Charity Ellison, so CHARITYELLISON, just like it is right there on the bottom of the screen. We are going to be doing Millionaire School again next week. It's going to be at 10 a.m. to 11:30, just like today. We do this every single Saturday. I'm going to be putting a poll up in the event for that week, asking you guys what you want to see next week. So I'm going to put up a couple different topics and allow you to kind of pick and choose what you guys feel like you would like to see. So thank you so much. I just want to take a moment to edify all of you out there and that are building your businesses, whether you're a brand new distributor or you've been doing this for years, whether you feel stuck or your business is totally cruising along. I just want to offer some words of wisdom and remind you that the only way to fail is to quit. That I believe in you, the company believes in you, and I know that you are destined for greatness. So I hope this helped you out. Again, you can follow me on Facebook. My email is charity@tonetightfirm.com. And I would love to hear back from you, get a little bit of feedback. So please post in the comments below here in the YouTube video if you have any questions, or just let me know how I'm doing, if there's anything you'd like to see next time. So take care, guys, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.